Hello friends, welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be setting up the month of November in my agenda planner. We'll decorate all the monthly pages in a Thanksgiving Day theme, so come plan with me. And I've got some washi tapes here ready to go, along with this washi paper tape, these mild liners, some Happy Planner sticker books, and this Planning Thing sticker book, which I'll pull from. Okay, let's get started with the monthly layout. And I'll just go ahead and grab some wax paper and tape it down so we can figure out this theme. I have a bunch of sticker books with some various decor that I'll try to blend together into a nice cohesive theme. A majority of the stickers will be coming from the Happy Planner, I think it's Hey Bree seasonal sticker book. I saw that one and just thought that the decor in there was perfect for November, being very Thanksgiving focused and seasonal. Plus there was plenty of stickers to work with, which is always a prerequisite when I am deciding on how I'm going to lay out my monthly pages. I do set up 3 spreads in total, so it's quite a bit of decor in the same theme. So I have to make sure that I have enough to fill out the pages in a way that's going to make it feel full and exciting to be in. So I am pulling in just some various items here from that Happy Planner sticker book, seeing what I can do up here at the top in the empty days, combining a few of the elements together into autumn clusters that I think will be nice. The color scheme is going to be very orange and brown, just based off of that set of stickers that I'll be pulling from. So I'm going to be looking for supporting items in those same colors, just to keep the color scheme very consistent throughout the pages. So I'm in the Planning Thing sticker book now, pulling in a couple of colorful boxes to add to the monthly. I do have quite a few things going on in November, so I do want to have those marked out. And just looking for the right combination of colors and boxes that will work here on the spread. Also going to pull in some of these bullets for some of the smaller items that are more of like notations. Add a little bit of color, but not be too overwhelming. I also saw this set of Thanksgiving stickers in this sticker book as well, the Fantastic Fall. I didn't think that there was enough on here to create just one full spread, but adding in pieces of this set of stickers I think will match up well with the ones I'm pulling from Happy Planner and kind of combined to create, again, more of that Thanksgiving Day theme. Also going to be adding in some of that washi paper tape that I got. I think that one's from Journal Say. It has recipes written on it, kind of like vintage style recipe lists that you might find like in an old recipe book. And I thought that would be really nice for tying into the Thanksgiving theme. So we're going to add a little bit of that too. Brings in some texture, brings in a little bit more color, which I think is nice, seeing as the decor isn't really being styled in a specific layout for the individual pages. It's more about finding areas that aren't needed functionally and adding in decor where I can. So having a little bit of texture adds to the spread and really keeps the theme going throughout the various pages that I'll be setting up today. So I am working in some regular washi tape now. I have this plaid washi from Planning Thing that was part of a washi subscription box, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to add that in. It's just the perfect color scheme to match up with these stickers. This plaid, kind of orange, heavy washi. So I'm adding that in. Again, more texture and more, just variation. We'll add in some more of the decor stickers, just in and around the boxes maybe. Since I kind of already know what's going to be going on in November, I feel comfortable adding more decor in this spread than I would normally, within the functional area at least, because I don't really have usually that much going on. I am marking out everything that I really wanted to call out, so most of those days will remain empty, and I don't really need to worry about trying to fit in a bunch of activities and stuff later down the road. I'm also in the Happy Planner sticker book. I think this is one of the older fall sticker books. And I pulled in a Black Friday sticker from there just to denote that, which is basically what I'm calling out there down at the bottom. Thanksgiving is the very last week of the month, and I wanted to make sure that I had a little denotation there for Black Friday shopping as well, because that whole weekend is obviously just like a big holiday weekend with fun and shopping and all that good stuff, so have that denoted. I also grabbed one of those gratitude boxes, by the way, and put those in from that Happy Planner sticker book, just because I thought it would be a nice touch for the sidebar, since I'm not really using the sidebar for anything specific. Now I'm in the Woodland Seasons sticker book, pulling in a few of the leaves I saw in there that I thought would match up well. Just give me a little bit of added decor. It's definitely much more of a hodgepodge of different sticker books and styles than I normally work with. I tend to like things to feel very similar when I bring them together. So having more of a cartoony appearance, if that makes sense, or just like the drawing is very stiff, not watercolor, not loose. There's definite fine lines to the drawing. So I'm looking for decor that correlates with that as best I can. And I found a few of, like I said, leaves in that Woodland sticker book that I think would work well and bring in more color in some of the more sparse areas. But just making a little cluster up here of leaves coming down in the corner. And just wanted some added decor up there. And maybe we'll mirror that down here at the bottom in this smaller area. Thought I might bring in a pumpkin, but I don't know. I felt like it was a little too much. So we'll see what else we can bring in here. And although I like these type of spreads where it's very random and you're just putting stuff on the page where it works, I do like a sense of order with my spreads. So this is not the way that I tend to plan most of the time. I usually have a more structured idea of how things are going to go. But I think it works with this specifically because this monthly gives me a little more freedom to put things where I want it and not have to worry about it being too functional of a spread so that things get in the way. Always thinking about function, this spread in particular really allows me to be a little bit more freeform with my decor when I want to be. So I've already started laying down the stickers here in this bottom corner, whiting out some of the black lines behind them that I thought were going to be a little too distracting. Also going to lay in this washi tape and paper tape and do a little trimming there. Moving in the boxes and some of the smaller items. Also this leaf corner. Have another area up here that is in empty boxes, so I'll white out those dividing lines between them just to make it nice and clean for the decor. And drop in this sidebar. Just moving over some of these items in clusters, seeing how they lay in, making any adjustments if I need to. There is a bit of metal inside of some of these stickers, some foiling, in a, I would want to say, almost like a rose gold color, which I thought was an odd choice for Thanksgiving. I mean, I feel like you either go gold or you just don't. You know what I mean? But we're trying to work through it. I've added some of the stickers in and amongst the non-foiled stickers because most of the stickers that we have here are foiled. So I'm going to have to incorporate them if I'm going to be able to fill out all 3 spreads. So I'm just going to intermix them where they work, including some of the leaf stickers have some foiled like speckle or confetti around them. The turkey, it has some foiling on his feathers, things like that. Yeah, that one was not my favorite as far as the addition of the foil, but we will work with it and make it not too prominent, but include it so that we can include all of the stickers within the theme. So I've laid in all of the stickers from the wax paper, and now I'm just going to do some trimming, separate out the pages as well. I'll do the hole punching at the end, I think, because I have a feeling there's going to be more pages that need hole punching. So we'll just do it all in the end instead of trying to clean them out individually. So now we're on to the next set of pages. I'm only going to do 2.5 spreads this time around. The third spread is a social media spread, and on the very last page that I won't be including is my social media schedule. I've been doing a lot of pre-planning in that page. I won't be including that here so that I can keep my schedule somewhat secret until things come out, but I will end up decorating it at some point off camera so that everything will match. That said, we've got 3 pages laid out here behind the wax paper to kind of figure out where things are going to go. And I've just started laying in some of the bigger stickers now. I ended up saving that November sticker for one of these pages, perhaps. Didn't really like it on the monthly, so we'll figure out a place to move that somewhere in here. And I think that came out of the Happy Planner fall sticker book that I showed earlier. Again, just mixing in some clusters. There's this giant quote that says "Give thanks," which is, again, really nice. I love big decor, but the downside of being totally foiled and in that rose gold. So I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship with that, but I do like a big quote. So I went ahead and popped that in at the top, and now I'm working out some clusters here, similar to how I did on the monthly, and seeing where those can fit in. I don't want to forget to add in the washi tape and some of that paper tape. So we'll figure out good places for things, I hope. It's a little bit tricky. This spread in particular is a little more functional, so I don't want things to be encroaching too far into that functional space. On the left, I do use those habit trackers for just tracking mostly like my personal goals and things that I'm trying to keep up with. So I'll be putting that in the habit trackers, and then that long checklist is usually where I put my monthly to-dos. So they don't usually go all the way to the bottom, so I have a little bit of leeway with the decor at the bottom, but still I do like to have as much space as possible just in case it's a busy month. So I will plan accordingly here with this decor. And on the right page, that is where I plan out my monthly goals every month, and that is a very functional space. But I do give myself a little bit of leeway near the bottoms of the boxes if I want to have some extra decor there. Most of the time, the breakdown of my goals doesn't extend too far down to the bottom of the box, so I can work it out if I don't take up too much room. We'll add in more of this paper tape now. I'm just gonna use some bits and pieces here somewhere. Again, just trying to find good places for things. I'm using it in half sizes on this because of the space that I have afforded to me. And I am really basically lining the areas where I will be doing functional planning so that it doesn't, again, take up too much space in that functional area, but still adds that decor. And I don't know if you can see, but like that paper tape, for example, is placed in a way that has a triangular relationship. So placing things in threes is always good, and also aligning things in a triangular layout is helpful for keeping things balanced on a spread and making it feel interesting at the same time. So I have 2 on each side, and then I have 1 in the middle, and one's a little higher, one's in the middle, and one's lower. So you can kind of see that triangle that I'm creating with that paper tape. That's always a good thing. I also try to do that with my clusters or anything else that's on the page when it works around functional areas. But again, this spread or these pages in particular are a little bit more freeform because of the functional space I'm working around. And you can see I'm creating these clusters with all the same elements that I did on the monthly, trying to create the same vibe so it feels all part of the same theme. The cluster down at the bottom with the turkey, I've got a couple of branches, a leaf, an acorn, pumpkin, and then also a turkey, which was very similar to what I had on the monthly. So trying to work that in. I also have the washi tapes in the same kind of layering style with the polka dot on top of the brown, just to add a little bit more decor. And I've also just added in some long checklists into my goals area so that it will be both functional and colorful for when I do my goal setting. Let's go ahead and start moving things over now. I'll start with this far left page, just placing things in. Things were a little too spread out to roll them off of the wax paper. I'll just move them over by hand. Also do a little trimming here on some of these elements while they're on the page. I want to make sure I set this quote in a nice fashion. And lost a smidge of footage there, but basically it was just me layering down that quote. Drop in these leaves at the top. Also have a few areas here where I need to white out behind the stickers, so I'll get those going. And while they dry, I will lay in some of the other stickers, including these checklists. And that looks good. Go ahead and drop in some of these washi tapes. Again, whiting out some of those black lines that are showing through. Make some adjustments. Drop in the rest of these stickers. Getting close, let me trim off some of this excess here. Save any usable pieces, like some of this half washi I think I can reuse on the back page. And then, like I said, separate out these pages. Now this spread is from my Etsy shop. I add that in front of the monthly for, like I said, more of a monthly overview with the goals and my monthly to-do list and habits. So I will be frankenplanning that in with my Happy Planner horizontal that I'm using this last half of the year. and I'll glue those pages together at some point. So now we're onto the back page, and again, this is something that I created but is not available in my shop as is. This is just a social stats tracker, which I find helpful, but I know not everybody is on social media, so it's just something that I kind of made custom for myself. But if you're ever interested in something that you see here that isn't available in my shop, do reach out to me on Etsy. I'm happy to do custom quotes, and we can customize it too if you don't like it exactly how it is. We can work out what you need, and like I said, I can give you a custom quote on the file so you can get exactly what you want and make your perfect planner. So I'll quickly trim off the excess. And now we will go ahead and number the days of this month since it's an undated spread. I went ahead and started in and realized I was looking at October because I was like, wait, this doesn't end on the right day. So I had to erase and start again, but thank goodness for my friction pen because these are the kind of mistakes I make all the time. Either misspell some words or, get started doing something and realize that I'm not doing it the way I need to do it. So that is why I love friction pens. You can erase and get exactly what you need written down so it's nice and clean and without lots of crossouts or whiteout. So I'm just dropping in those markers now, making some bullets for tracking my Instagram followers and subscribers. I also am just going to add a little bit of highlight down below to give a little bit of interest. Going back to my overview spread, I'll add a little bit more highlighter there, numbering my goals, and then also putting in some on my habits. The last step will be to clean out the holes. I will use my We Are Memory Keepers disc power punch for this. My Happy Planner punch definitely won't accept some of the weighty pages in here. And then it also really hates anything that's like washi or sticker that has nothing on the back. It definitely will catch in my Happy Planner punch. So I love the We Are Memory Keepers power punch for that. It's a very reliable punch. However, it does much better when the materials that you're working with are thicker versus just flimsy or thin. So I'm just going to group all these pages together and just do it all at once. That should be much better for this power punch and go even quicker than if I was trying to do the individual pages. So I got that done, and that is pretty much it for us, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Bye!